Hello, and this is Rohan, and we're going to be doing another Pokemon playthrough, of course. We're going to be taking a look at Pokemon Platinum. So yeah, here's your intro. So, let's talk about this game a little bit. So yeah, Pokemon Platinum, it is one of the Gen 4 Pokemon games, and it's basically the, it's kind of like, I don't know what the right word is, the definitive version, I guess you could say, of Diamond and Pearl. Kind of. There are definitely some things that are not as definitive, but that's okay. For the most part, it definitely is. It does fix a lot of problems that Diamond and Pearl had. Well, Diamond and Pearl definitely had a good base to work off of. It definitely had some issues, mainly in the gameplay department, like the gameplay speed, maybe the Pokédex. The Pokédex is kind of something people love to rag on about, but anyway. And yeah, I feel like Platinum does do a good job of fixing a lot of the problems that Diamond and Pearl had. And yeah, this is definitely the best way to play Sinnoh for me, at least. So yeah, there's that. For my history of Gen 4, I guess you could say, I did actually play Diamond back in the day, because my brother was the one who had Platinum, basically. He played that a lot. That's why he got his level 100 team. My level 100 team was in, my level 100 team was in Hot Gold, so yeah. Then once he was done with that, then I was able to get, try Platinum for myself, and yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was a great improvement of Pokemon Diamond, so yeah. Let's move on to the actual game now. So, we have this person. Hello there, so very nice to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. We got this dude. My name is Rowan, not to be confused with the person who's playing the game. However, everyone just calls me the Pokemon Professor. Before I go any further, is this your first adventure? If you need advice, I'm certainly capable of giving it. So yeah, he can give you some basic advice. I haven't actually read these yet, but yeah, I assume it's very basic stuff that most people already know, so yeah, no for me, I'd say. I have played this game a little bit too, so yeah. This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. Here, I have a Pokeball. Touch the button on the middle of the Pokeball, so if you please. So yeah, here you need to use the touch screen. Now, even though I'm playing this on an emulator, I can't access this because I can use my mouse pad. And if I need something more precise, I could get out the physical mouse if I want. I do have one lying around, so yeah. We humans live alongside Pokemon as friends. At times we play together, and at other times we work together. Some people use their Pokemon to battle and develop closer bonds with them. What do? I conduct research that we may learn more about Pokemon. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? I'm Haruka, so yeah. Which one to choose? I think the female protagonist is the one that most people like, because of the anime, I think. Because Dawn was in the anime, she was one of the main characters. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit too in this part, so yeah. I think, yeah, because of that, let's go with it. Let's go with Dawn. So we're a girl, and what's the name? So I had a few ideas. This is a little bit difficult, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, of course, we could call it Dawn, because that's nice and canon. I guess you could say. We could go with Hikari, because Hikari is a Japanese name, and I used the Japanese name for Mei in my last playthrough of Pokemon Emerald. Yeah, that was the last Pokemon playthrough I did, so it's been a long time coming. And then I had another name too. This one relates to Haruka as well. It's Narika, because in the game that because the Haruka I named after has a companion called Narika in that game. So yeah, that's another idea I had. So yeah, I wonder. Yeah, those names are the ones I'm thinking about at the moment, so maybe I should have asked what name people prefer first, but oh well. I think I'm gonna go with my gut and call it Narika, because again, why not? Let's keep that with theme I had going, so yeah. And I do believe that's how you spell it. I think you want to go in lowercase in this game. So your name is Haruka. Okay, so you're Haruka. A fine name that is. Now, this boy here, I believe he's your friend. What might his name be? So yeah, you can name him too. Most people know him as Barry because that's what he's called in the anime, so you know what, let's do it. Barry, that's your friend's name? Yeah. Alright, Haruka, the time has come. Your very own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold. On your journey you will meet countless Pokemon and people. I'm sure that along the way you will discover many things, perhaps even something about yourself. Now go on, leap into the world of Pokemon. So here we go. So yeah. So this opening is a little bit different. So down in Pearl, it shows like it's a bit more foreboding, this TV channel. But here in Platinum, it's less so, I guess you could say. It's a bit more chill. But anyway, Pokemon are by our side, always. I hope you'll understand the meaning of those words. That was the comment left by Professor Rowan, who has returned to Sinnoh from the Kanto region. That concludes our special program, Let's Ask Professor Rowan. Brought to you by Jubilife TV on Nationwide Net. See you next week, same time, same channel. Oh, he jump scared me. He likes to do that. I just realized. There you are. Hey Haruka, did you just see the TV? Sure you did. Professor Rowan's that really important guy who studies Pokemon, right? That means you must have lots and lots of Pokemon. So if we ask him, I bet he'd give us some Pokemon. Oh hey, is this a new PC? Where was I? Oh right, we're gonna go see Professor Rowan and get some Pokemon. I'll be waiting outside. Okay Haruka, if you're late, I'm fining you 10 million Pokédollars. That's what you said. But anyway. I was skipping through the text slot because I want to change it to fast. We're going to do set battles, and we're going to change this to my preferred type, which is 6. Alright. So yeah, let's talk a little bit. So yeah, Haruka. Again, like I said, in that game that I named the Haruka after in my Emerald playthrough, yeah, they're like companions basically. The game is a little weird though, it's an Alice soft game, and that probably will tell you a lot, so yeah. It's always controlled by a weird remote. But yeah, I do like making weird references like that, I guess you could say, but anyway. Mom also bought the TV as a good, so that's cool. But yeah, anything else I need to say about that? No, not really. So, I guess actually no, let's talk about the production, I guess. So yeah, I'm using the same layout as I did in Shadow Dragon New Mystery. Mainly because, yeah, I'm a little bit scared to do the different size screens, I guess. Because yeah, my OBS settings, they're kind of tied to I don't know. It's like it'll be a pain to change them is the problem, and adjust them because it's kind of precise and stuff. Also, yeah, if you do the changing screens or the different screen sizes, you're gonna also want to try and change the screens too, so you can show the bigger one when it's more relevant. But the problem is that I actually don't know how to change the screens on the fly, unfortunately, so yeah. I assume it's maybe the F keys, but yeah, let's not worry about that. Instead, we'll just keep it nice and simple for my sake. And yeah, you can do this. I should show more of this. So we've got the bag, but yeah, we don't have anything. But then we got a trainer card. And yeah, we get to see what the gym leaders look like, although we actually don't know who they are yet. And yeah, if I use my mouse again, I can hit this. There you go. And yeah, people know when I'm recording this too. Anyway, because it's on the training card, but anyway. Yeah, let's actually keep going. Now I've rambled on about a few other things, so yeah. Here's Mom. Haruka. Barry already left. I don't know what it was about, but he sure was in a hurry. So Mom's room has, or downstairs I should be saying. Yeah, that's one weird thing about Pokemon games, especially the early ones, where, yeah, where does the mom sleep? But anyway, here we are, it's the contest digest. The winner of today's all-ranked smart contest is Wesley, who won with his bright sparkling Pokemon. That's all the time we had to let's meet again. I actually like that, it's showing that on the TV. Yeah, Mom's favorite dessert is the refrigerator. Actually, I think I spotted my mom eating some fruit. Maybe that's what she likes, but anyway. Once kitchen is spotless, you can see your face on the floor. No, yeah, she really likes everything clean. Maybe a bit too much, but hey, she would be a good mom if you know, she left the house, like, completely dirty and stuff. Anyway. Oh yes, Haruka. Don't go in the tall grass, one Pokemon might attack you. It'll be okay if you had your own Pokemon, but you don't, so I'll take care, sweet. So, avoid the tall grass, got it. But yeah, another thing about this game too is that, I think this is like the first 3D game I'm playing on the channel, DS game at least, because I'm pretty sure that Shadow Dragon and Yamishi, they're very sprite-based. So, yeah, we might see some weird emulator stuff. That's what I'm thinking, but who knows. I guess I'll find out, but anyway. Like, basically some visual glitches, what I'm guessing, but anyway. Technology just blows you away. I mean, now you can play with people around the world wirelessly. Until they took down the wireless servers, but I'm pretty sure that, yeah, some people are thinking about restoring them. I know that's done in Gen 5. Some people, like, brought back the wireless stuff in Gen 5, which is really cool, so yeah. Hey there everyone, feel happy like Happini. The Pokemon Variety Hour is here. Let's spend an exciting dreamy time together. So what do our hosts have in store for you today? Let's get to it and see. It's never a problem. The Child Prodigy and Poke Catch Detective Catch Appy is here. That's weird. But anyway, I drew the suspect's likeness on the moped just for this situation. Uh-oh, the moped with the drawing. It's blank. The page is blank. Alright, if you use a different app, the moped is cleared. What will we do, Poketch Detective? What's next, Poketch Detective? Next, case file 111. The Poketch is invisible. Invincible, don't miss it. You know what that reminds me of? I mean, it's a detective show, but it reminds me of when I was playing Persona 3 Portable in the channel, and we had the Exchange of Fire on channel. That's really cool. But anyway. Listen, Haruka, I want to keep Pokemon. Yeah, most style Pokemon are cute, so yeah, that makes sense. Did you hear? The Pokemon Professor returned to the next town over. They say he was gone for 4 long years. I wonder if he found some amazing Pokemon while he's gone. They said he went to the Kanto region, so I assume... Well, there are some Kanto Pokemon in this game, but yeah. I assume he has the ones that are not in the Pokedex, but anyway. Twin Leaf Town, fresh and free, this is where we live. It's straight up, while Pokemon do attack people sometimes, but Pokemon also open their hearts to you so you can become friends. Yeah, you don't see them attacking people unless it's Legend Arceus, so yeah. But anyway, what you got? You ought to hang with Barry again, right? You two sure are tight. Yeah, I guess you can say that. What's on the TV, I wonder? No time to waste, here's the next show. A multi-part TV drama series, At the Surf's Edge Part 5. Deserted Pokemon Center. Yeah, I like these TV shows. I like the ones in black and white more, Gen 5, but these ones are actually really funny, not gonna lie. You mean my son, my Howard? He already knew? He knew back then? Of course, he failed to realize even that. Or even why he was summoned here in the first place. Have you no idea why a desert Pokemon Center was built here? Look closely at the sign. Oh, the Pokemon Center sign. There, besides the Pokeball logo. Oh my goodness. Finally, comprehension has dawned on you. It's time to reveal all to you. The Vita, I am... Done! A multi-part true tower series At the Surf's Edge. Don't miss the next exciting episode. Yeah, this is really reminding me of that Persona 3 Portable playthrough. That's awesome. But anyway. Because that was a very fun part, learning about being a stranger from or not. But anyway, hi Haruka. Barry was looking for you. I think he's home now. Why don't you go check it out? We need to go see him because if we go up, yep, he's gonna stop us. Hey, hi. Okay, he's saying the same thing. So let's go see Barry because he's gonna definitely find us a lot. We're gonna be in debt real soon, apparently. So yeah. Well, he's jump scared me again. He likes to do that, like I said. What's that about? Oh, hey, Haruka. Hey, I'm gonna go see Professor Rowan. You should come too, and quickly. Oh, jeez, forgot something. So yeah, let's go. Here's his mother. Oh, hi, Haruka. Did he come calling on Barry? He was gone for a second, but then he came running right back home. He just can't sit still, that boy. I wonder who he takes after. Probably the dad. The mom seems pretty chill, so yeah. But yeah, we can't really check her. Else we can check her TV. So here's another TV show. It's all inspired the exploration team's best efforts. The rare, oddly colored Pokemon elude detection. The rumored Red Gyarados failed to appear to the dispirited team. That concludes a special report. Search the Red Gyarados. Brought to you by Jubilife TV on Nationwide Net. See you next week. See you next week. Same time, same channel. I think that's actually what the TV show in Diamond and Pearl was all about, wasn't it? It has been a while since I played that version, and yeah, I haven't played Brilliant Diamond Shine Pearl. My brother, yeah, completely boycotted it. So yeah, I was not gonna play it. So yeah. Like at that time too, there was also Shin Megami Tensei 5. I want to play that instead as well. So yeah, I better take my bag and channel too. Oh hey Haruka, I'll be waiting on the road. It's a 10 million Pokédollar fine if you're late. And yeah, we're gonna be in debt real soon, it looks like. Maybe. Yeah, he also has a Wii. Here's another TV show, Jubilife TV, Dramatic Cinema Hour. The Professor evolves 8 times, what the? He's back, the dandy and dapper gent who is a professor of Pokemon by day, and a crime-busting crusader by night with his Pokemon psychics. The daredevil doctor returns with his trademark line, "You evolve too!" Join the professor in an accelerating drive to step up Poké crime. Coming soon to your television. Playing as a police officer in a Pokemon game sounds kinda cool, anyway. So he has the adventure rules here. Pretty basic stuff. I guess it would be wise to see if we can save the game. It looks like we can. This saving a lot of data thing is really annoying. Normally it happens after you interact with your PC in the Gen 4 games. I think it happens in Heart Gold and Soul Silver too. It definitely happens in the Sinnoh games. I think it saves a lot of data more in Diamond and Pearl, because again, I feel like that version is a little bit less optimized. And then 1 year later they came out with Platinum, I'm pretty sure, so yeah. Yeah, let's keep going. And yeah, I guess another thing I should have mentioned is, yeah, you may notice there's like some snow on the ground, and Narika's wearing some wintry clothes, so yeah, I wonder what that's all about. Like, it's not really a winter-themed game, really, but it's a neat detail all the same, so yeah. Let's go to Route 201 and see what Barry's all about. Too slow. Alright, let's get moving to Professor Rowan's lab. And guess what? Tall grass. Monster not to go in there, so... What? Don't go to tall grass, right? No worries, no problem. It doesn't matter that we don't have any Pokemon. Trust me on this one, I've got an idea. Now listen, you know how wild Pokemon jump out when you go into tall grass? So what you do is, you scoot over to the next patch of grass before any wild Pokemon can appear. If you could just keep dashing, we could get to Sandrum Town without running into wild Pokemon. Okay, stick with me. Okay, it goes. On your marks. Hold it. And someone's... Listen to Teresa, but guess what? Looks like we got very lucky because... he looks pretty familiar, but anyway. You two don't seem to have any poke between you. Now, then, what is the meaning of going into the tall grass? Hey Haruka, this old guy. It's Professor Rowan, isn't it? What's he doing here? They tried to go into the tall grass because they wanted Pokemon. What to do? Their world would surely change if they were to be Pokemon. Is it right for me to put them on that path? You two, you truly love Pokemon, do you? So... I wouldn't say no, because the main reason why is because I've been playing Pokemon games for more than 10 years at this point. And in fact, Pokemon was like the only games I played for like a good while. Like I think around Gen 7, I only played Pokemon games, I'm pretty sure. Then Fire Emblem came into my life, and I started playing that, and I started trying out other RPGs too. I mean, I did try other RPGs during like that Gen 7 time, but yeah, Pokemon was really the only thing that caught my attention during that time, so yeah. So that was interesting, but yeah, I do love Pokemon, so yeah. Even if, yeah, I am more critical of the games now, but I am willing to look at what they do right and how they innovate, so yeah. I did watch a video yesterday where basically it's about racing games, but the moral of the story is that what we want to see game developers do is try to innovate, rather than, you know, stagnate and just copy what the old game did, even if the old game is put on a pedestal, so yeah. And yeah, that applies to not only racing games, but every genre, to be honest. And that's why I kind of like That's why, even though I'm not the biggest fan of like Lecher's Arceus and Scarlet and Violet, they definitely have their issues, but I do like the fact that they're trying to innovate those, so yeah. But anyway, back to this. Me too, I love Pokemon too. I will ask you once again, you two, you truly love Pokemon, do you? What? You can ask 100 times. The answer will never change. We'll both answer 100 times, we love Pokemon. Right, Haruka? Yeah. A pair of reckless kids who foolishly try to enter tall grass without Pokemon of their own. It worries me what people like that would do with Pokemon. Well, then forget about you. Then forget about me. But give a Pokemon-type friend here. I mean, it was me who tried to go into tall grass and all. How big of you? Very well then, I will trust you to the Pokemon. I apologize for putting you through that exercise. However, you must promise me they will never recklessly endanger yourselves again. Now then. Now where? And here's this dude. So yeah, the professor's assistant, he actually gets some different music depending on the gender. I prefer the female one, but yeah, Dawn's just, you know, cool characters, so yeah. That's why I'm playing it, so. But anyway. Here's Lucas. I'm pretty sure he wasn't in the anime. I think, yeah. I think after we talk about the Star Pokemon, I might want to talk about that, but anyway. Professor Rowan, you left your briefcase behind at the lake. Is something wrong? Ah, there it is. Lucas, nice work. What I was about to do was entrust these two with their own Pokemon. What? Those Pokemon are crucial, you're giving them away? We exist side by side with Pokemon. There comes a time when people should meet Pokemon. There is a world that should be explored together. For then, today is that time. That, the place, right here. Go on, open the briefcase and choose a Pokemon. Really? Professor Rowan? I can't believe it, I'm so happy now that I can't keep a straight face. Hey Haruka, you can choose first. Hey, I'm practically a grown-up. I had to show some class here. So yeah, he's gonna choose second because I didn't actually read that though. Hey Haruka, you can choose first, go ahead. You know, like, I'm gonna be mad about, yeah, I'm slick. Go on, open the briefcase and choose Pokemon. If you try to leave, yeah, you can't. So, yeah. You can also save. I recommend doing this. Because, if you want a better nature for your Pokemon, you can save it really low. I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, let's find out. But anyway. So here, I didn't actually talk about this, but in Diamond and Pearl, this is different too. How you get your first Pokemon. Instead of Rowan basically like testing you, you go to the lake that's to the west, and then you find the briefcase, then you get attacked by some odd Pokemon, and then you fight them off and then you get your star. So there's a lot of agency with that one, but this one's still pretty cool though. Because of Rowan. Because I do like that test that he gives. And yeah, whether it's like, he's seeing whether we are like worthy to get the Pokemon or not. It's pretty cool stuff because again, there is evil team after all, and you know, they don't treat their Pokemon very well obviously, so yeah. And we got some star Pokemon. I really love this selection. We got the tiny leaf Pokemon Turtwig, and we got the chimp Pokemon Chimchar, and then we got the water type Pokemon, Penguin Pokemon Piplup, so yeah. I really like these Pokemon because they all offer something really good. So yeah, let's talk about them a little bit. So let's start with Turtwig, the grass type Pokemon. So Turtwig focuses mainly on its physical stats, attack and defense, and yeah, it's a grass type Pokemon. So here's something important about Turtwig. Turtwig is probably one of our first Pokemon that takes advantage of the new physical and special split. I think it definitely does this in a very meaningful way, because yeah, it does learn a physical grass type move very early on in Razor Leaf at level 13. Before that only as Absorb, but hey. Once it does get Razor Leaf, it becomes very good. But yeah, let's look at the physical and special split real quick. It's a very good change to Pokemon. Basically, before this, in Gen 3 and before that, Gen 1 and 2, the type of the move is what makes it physical and special. So fire type moves are always special, water type moves are always special, poison type moves are always physical, stuff like that. But then, once Gen 4 happened, we have a physical and special split. So yeah, a physical move is normally, I guess, so basically, yeah, how they like physical moves, of course, they are shown with a the symbol for it is like a red square with like a orange symbol in the middle. It's hard to explain, but basically, yeah, physical attacks are normally, you know, moves that make contact. Stuff like that. I mean, they don't always make contact, but yeah, you get the idea. And then special moves, they have a black box with basically a circle symbol in the middle. And yeah, those are normally moves that attack the opponent indirectly. But yeah, again, there are some exceptions. Like the move Earthquake. Earthquake's physical, even though it's technically not making physical contact, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about Turtwig. See, like I said, it starts with Absorb, which isn't very good at level 9. That's its first grass type move, but quickly you get Raised Leaf to use, and that's really good. 55 power physical grass type move is definitely something it's going to be using for a long time. Then at level 18, it evolves into Groddle, and Groddle, it doesn't learn too many interesting moves after it evolves. The main one is probably Leech Seed at level 32, which is when it evolves, but there's also like Curse and Mega Drain, which could be fun as well. But yeah, the real prize though is Torterra, because Torterra is an amazing Pokemon. So it now has a part ground type. This does give it a good amount of weaknesses, like a Tiny Ice weakness for instance. So yeah, it does have quite a lot of weaknesses you need to be careful of, but it learns some amazing moves to try and make up for it, and its type is not even that bad either. The main thing I really love about Torterra is that at level 32, when it evolves, it learns Earthquake. It's bread and butter ground type move. So yeah, and also Earthquake is a pretty coveted TM, so that means you can give Earthquake to another Pokemon of your choice. And Torterra can keep it for itself, basically. You can basically save an Earthquake TM. There are definitely some great ground type Pokemon that really need that Earthquake TM. If they don't have it, it becomes a lot hard for them to be useful. So yeah, I definitely value Torterra a lot because of that, and then after that it does learn some pretty interesting moves. You got Crunch for coverage if you really want it, Giga Drain at least on interesting special moves, although its special attack isn't the highest. And yeah, like I said, Leech Seed could be fun, Synthesis, maybe. For TMs, there isn't too much you need from TMs, except for maybe Rock type moves, because that will give you some amazing coverage. Rock and Ground have amazing type coverage, and they also cover Grass's weaknesses, or Grass's types that get resisted really well. Like, Ground covers Fire and Steel types, for example. Then Rock can cover, like, Bug types, and Flying types. And then, yeah, Earthquake even works on Poison types too, so yeah, very, very good synergy right there. And then, there's Mewtwo, there isn't... Most of the Mewtwo's you will want are in the post-game, like Seed Bomb and Superpower. Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about another important thing you might want to remember about Torterra. If you have a Heart Scale, you can use that to remember moves on Pokemon. And one of its remember moves is Wood Hammer, 120 power, physical grass type move. But it has recoil, so Seed Bomb might be better if you don't like the recoil. But yeah, that's an amazing move. I definitely recommend giving that to your Torterra, especially if it has an attack-raising nature. If it doesn't, then you might... If it has a special attack-raising nature, you could try Giga Drain, but I think Wood Hammer will still be stronger, so yeah. But yeah. And then there's also Egg moves. You can breed in this game, but yeah. I don't know how many people are going to breed their star Pokemon. I feel like it's not going to be many people, but it does learn some interesting moves this way. But I think they're going to be hard to get, like Superpower for example, so yeah. Let's talk about the stats first. So like I said, it focuses mainly on its attack and defense. It has 109 attack and 105 defense, but it has a good bulk all around because it's 95 HP and 85 special defense. Its special attack is only 75, but yeah, it does have some decent grass type moves in its arsenal, and then it is on the slower side at 56. Speed, so yeah. Like I said though, I feel like its move pool makes up for its shortcomings. Yeah, the type does seem a little bit weird, but it is a good offensive type, especially the rock type move for coverage. So yeah, I really love this Pokemon. Cool design too. And I think, yeah, this is the style my brother used in that level 100 team I mentioned earlier too, so yeah. I really like Torterra, a lot. Like I said, it does a lot of things good. I think the only thing about it is that it's not as flashy as the other two starters. Like, the other 2 stars also have amazing designs, and they're probably a little bit more interesting to talk about as Pokemon, but hey, Torterra does do its job very well, so I really like it because of that. Let me take a sip, and then we're going to be talking about the next Pokemon, which is going to be, of course, Chimchar. So Chimchar, of course, is the Fire-type Pokemon. It's the most aggressive of the 3. It's also definitely the fastest because of that. It trades basically its defenses for more speed. So starting out, it gets Ember at level 7, which is actually really nice. The other 2 need to wait a little bit longer for a good move, so yeah, the fact that Chimchar gets early is really nice. I didn't mention this Turtwig, but yeah, you want to definitely get Razor Leaf. If you get Razor Leaf, you'll be able to beat the first gym. For Chimchar, it's a little bit different. After Ember, it doesn't really get anything too interesting. Taunt is a good move though, but mainly for competitive. But yeah, what you really want to do is, of course, evolve it at level 14, and then you get Monferno. Monferno is another Fire-Fighting type, so yeah, this type makes its appearance again. So if you don't like it in Gen 3, you're kind of fresh out of luck, but anyway. At level 14, you get Mach Punch, a Fine type move. A really good one too, to be honest, but yeah. This is how you're going to beat the first gym. You want that move. But then I get some other interesting moves. I didn't talk about another move that Chimchar gets. If you wait to evolve at level 22, you'll get Nasty Plot. Or 23 actually. Nasty Plot is powerful, but the problem is that unless you have like a backup Pokemon, like a Water type or something, yeah, it's gonna be very painful trying to beat the It's gonna be very painful trying to beat the first gym in that case. I wouldn't do it unless you really, really, really want that special attacking moveset. But anyway, back to Monferno. It gets Flame Wheel at 19, that's a good move, especially if you have attack rating nature. Fate and Torment are alright moves, but then after that it gets Close Combat at level 36, the level it evolves at. But if you decide to wait, at level 46 you get Slack Off, which is alright I guess. It's kind of a weird move, but I have seen some Infernates and competitive use it, so I guess it's not the worst move in the world, but anyway. Sickle Lich, yeah, level 36 you get Infernates. So yeah, I didn't really talk about Close Combat. It's a very good move. One of the best Fine type moves in the game. It's same power as Super Power, 120 power, but it lowers your defense and special defense instead of your attack and defense. So that means you can keep spamming it. Unless you get hit, which then you'll shatter like glass, but oh well. That doesn't matter when you're super fast like Infernape is. But yeah, after that, after Close Combat, you've got Calm Mind, which again, you could use that on a special attacking moveset, and then Flare Blitz. 120 power Fire type move with Recoil. Basically Wood Hammer, but it's Fire type. A good move, but a bit risky. You definitely want to make sure you're one-shotting with it. So yeah, again, you probably only want that if you have attack raising nature. If you don't, you might be better off with Flamethrower or maybe Fire Blast. So yeah. Anyway, TMs, it's got it good. You got some very interesting options. Like Earthquake for coverage. It even gets like Aerial Ace, it gets Rock type moves, it gets Shadow Claw, it can even buff itself with Sword Stance, although I think Sword Stance is post game. It also gets the Coded U-turn, a move that allows you to switch and do damage at the same time. Perfect for set battles. And yeah, that's really all I got to say there. For tutors, there are some interesting moves to talk about, mainly Fire and Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch especially. So yeah. That could be nice coverage, although if you have Close Combat outdamages it because of the same type of attack bonus against a Water type. So unless the opponent is Time-Slow weak to Electric, like a Gyarados or something like that, then yeah, you're probably better off at Close Combat. But then again, you're not using Close Combat against a Flying type anyways, so yeah. But other than that though, nothing too interesting for tutors. And then after that, you got some egg moves, which are some interesting ones. Like Fake Out, Helping Hand, and Heat Wave, and even Encore. So there's a lot of support moves in that regard. But anyway, let's talk about its stats. Of course, Infernape is extremely offensive. 104 attack and social attack and 108 speed. That's amazing. Amazing stat spread. Its defense is on the lower end obviously, but they're not terrible. It's 71 defense and social defense, 36 HP. So yeah. It's not super frail, it can take a hit, but that's really it. You definitely want some support if it's going to live more than 2 attacks, probably. And yeah, if it gets hit by a super effective move, you're probably going down, especially if you weaken yourself with Flare Blitz at close combat. But anyway, yep, this is a great Pokemon though. Definitely one of the most fun flying types, and yeah, another thing too, if you're playing Diamond and Pearl, it's one of 2 fire type families, so yeah. That means that yeah, and it also kind of outclasses the other fire type 2s, so yeah. I think that yeah, that makes Infinite probably a better choice than Diamond and Pearl. In Platinum, it does have some good competition. But for physical fire types though, it's definitely a good option. I think it's definitely the best mix attacking fire type at the very least, so yeah. But yeah, I love this Pokemon. Probably my favorite fire type star too, and that's maybe because of its design and origins. So yeah, we'll go into later. But anyway, and then the last Pokemon, of course, this used to be my favorite, Piplup. Of course, penguins are awesome, and Piplup is definitely no exception, although it is kind of a rough start, because it only has the kind of pathetic bubble as water type stuff. And after that, it doesn't really get anything good until it evolves into Piplup. So for the first gym, you probably want to get Piplup obviously, and get Metaclaw. Metaclaw is 50 power, so 100 if it's super effective. And Bubble is not like super terrible because it does hit tines for weaknesses, because most of the rock types are rock ground. But again, yeah, not an amazing move. It's still probably gonna one-shot, to be honest, especially for Piplup, but yeah, not the most ideal. But if you're facing a pure rock type, hint hint, you want Metaclaw. But then at level 24 you get Bubble Beam, which is cool, I guess. That's gonna be a water type move until you get the very nice Surf as your main option. Unless you want to risk your accuracy a little bit with Hydro Pump later. But anyway, other interesting moves that come to mind are Brine. Brine is 65 power, but if the opponent is under half HP, they take double damage, which is really cool. Then after that, level 36, you evolve into Empoleon. Empoleon has an amazing design. I love its design so much. And it has the Water Steel type. So they already talk about its stat spread. It's like Torterra, except it focuses more on its special stats, special attack and special defense. It's still a little bit slow, but it probably has a much better defensive type, so I consider it the more defensive of the 3, with Torterra being like the middle ground basically. But anyway, at level 36 it evolves against Aqua Jet, but you can also remember Swords Dance, so there's the makings of an interesting physical move pool. And you also get Drill Peck too if you're really interested in that route. And there's also Hydro Pump at level 59 if you need a very powerful water type move. Its moveset has changed in Platinum, but it isn't like anything important, so yeah, nothing to really talk about that. But anyway, for TMs, you got basic Ice type, or water type stuff like Ice Beam for example, but there's also like Earthquake, Brick Break if you want to go that physical attacking moveset, and Avalanche too. Grass has interesting type coverage, as well as Flash Cam for extra steps. So yeah, you got some interesting choices depending on what route you go. Because of Surf being a mandatory HM, you probably want to go the special route. In that case, for tutors, there isn't anything interesting except for maybe Signal Beam. And then for egg moves, again, nothing too interesting. Except for agility and competitive. But anyway, let's talk about its stats. So yeah, like I said, it focuses more on special stats when compared to Torterra. But otherwise it's pretty similar. It has 111 special attack, 101 special defense, 60 speed, and then yeah, 84 HP, 88 defense, 86 attack. So you can try that Sword Stats reset. But yeah, it is definitely a little bit of a weird choice when compared to the special attacking ones. But yeah, Empoleon though, I love its design. I've used it the most of these 3. So yeah, I'm very familiar with it. I very much like it. I think the only problem is if it's your only actually Ice type, the final boss, Ice type move I should say, the final boss is going to give you problems, so yeah, because the ground type weakness. But yeah, Water Steel is a cool type combination though. You neutralize the grass weakness and the fire weakness of the, you guys can neutralize those. You do get some additional weaknesses like fire and ground for example, but overall it is still a good type with tons of resistances, because Steel hasn't lost 2 of those resistances yet. And of course resist Dragon too, which is quite nice. most Steel types do, which is very nice. But anyway, those are the 3 stars. So yeah, like I said, I have nothing but praise for all of them, to be honest. Like I said, they do things that are pretty unique, to be honest, and they do fulfill very good roles. So, who am I going to pick then? So I used the water type star last time, so... And I did say that Chimchar is probably my favorite fire type starter, so you know what? Let's go with it. Then I choose you. I'm picking this Piplup. Very well, both of you have chosen a good Pokemon, it seems. Now listen well, the Pokemon you've been entrusted with are unfamiliar with the world. In that regard, they're much like you. As fellow newcomers to the world, I hope you'll do well together. If you have any trouble, come see me at my lab in Sandrum Town. And now we'll be on our way. So yeah, he's going off. Professor, wait for me. Sorry folks. How do you like that? Professor Rowan was really nice. On TV he seems so stern and scary. And you know what time it is. Haruka, we've all got Pokemon now. There's only one thing to do, right? Are you up for this? Yeah. I've always wanted to say this. The time has finally come. Haruka, I challenge you to a battle. So we're gonna be fighting off our good friend Barry. And yeah, I love his animation. The start bar, but anyway, Piplup. Here's his Pokemon, of course. He has Pound and Growl, meanwhile I have Scratch and Leer. I'm gonna open up with Leer, I think. Because I want to see what he does. He goes for Growl, okay. So yeah, I'm faster, so that gives me a good advantage. But anyway, I want to talk about a few things about this battle. Or battling in general in this case. So yeah, in Diamond and Pearl, it's very slow. There's long pauses in between actions, which yeah, that gets very annoying. Especially because yeah, you are mostly battling in this game, so yeah. So again, that's kind of annoying. But they also did some other things too. They made the boxes showing the Pokemon's name and the health look a bit nicer too. They used to be just like white and kind of unimaginative looking, I guess. Or kind of bland looking, I guess. In this game, they do look a little bit nicer, so yeah. They have this nice silver look. Or grey look, I should be saying. So I quite like that. But anyway, so what I've noticed is if you use Leer on him a lot, he likes to counter with Growl. But if you go to -6, which is the maximum, then yeah, he can't really do much. So yeah, we're both like, yeah, we both debuffed each other to the maximum, but hey, that means we're both neutral. And if I get a critical hit, I'm gonna take him out. So yeah, I have the advantage, especially because I'm attacking first. Well, that one hurt you. The only problem is if he gets a critical, but he won't instantly take us out because he hasn't lowered my defense. So it's gonna be a very close battle, this one. So yeah. No way, you keep going. This is where we hit our stride. So yeah, we need a Twitcura because he's Twitcuring us. And it looks like we will, so that's nice. He's consistently doing 4 damage, so. And we take him out, so there we go. I will say one thing too, Turtwig is definitely the weirdest one because it actually has Tackle and Withdraw. Tackle's the weakest out of Scratch and Ground. But Withdraw's interesting because Star Pokemon don't normally get a stat raising move, they mainly get stat lowering moves like Growl and Leer. But anyway, the text after the battle is quite fast, so yeah, I might not be able to say it all the time, so yeah. Phew, let's go home. I'm B after that battle, my Pokemon needs to rest too. See you, Haruka. So there we go, now we can rest up. What's the matter, dear? Wow, that's what happened to you. You and Barry are lucky to have met Professor Rowan. Imagine if you didn't. I wouldn't like to think what the wild Pokemon had done to you too. Haruka, go see Professor Rowan and thank him properly for your Pokemon. His lab is in Sandrum Town, isn't it? Now that you have your own Pokemon, the tall grass won't be so threatening. Oh, I know, Haruka, put these on. We get the running shoes immediately, so that's very nice. Going to Sandrum Town is like an adventure in itself, right? With those running shoes, you can get to faraway places much faster. Okay, let me read the instructions. Press the B button, dash about faster than ever before. Put on the running shoes and blaze new trails of adventure. Well, isn't that just nifty? So yeah, there we go. Now, yeah, the default walking speed is actually quite bad, but you get the running shoes soon after, so it doesn't really bother me that much. But anyway, I think this is a good point to end things, but yeah, before that though, let's see what my Chimchar is like. So they're a male Chimchar. And they have a serious nature. I believe serious is just neutral, which is perfect to be honest, because yeah, Chimchar is a very mixed... It's a mixed attacker, so yeah. Although there is something else you can look into too, and that is the happily eats everything there. That will basically... That gives you a hint at what one of its IVs are. It's not a very good hint, but from what I could tell, they looking at the stats though is the best way to do that, so yeah. But yeah, if I remember correctly, yeah, Sirius should be a neutral nature, which is fine by me. At least it's not like lowering its attack or anything like that, because that would be quite annoying, but anyway. But for other Pokemon though, we can try to catch better natures of them, because they're not one of a kind like Chimchar, so yeah. Yeah, Star Pokemon are normally like that, you can only get one, and if you want to get more of them, then you're gonna have to trade, so yeah. So yeah, I think this is a good stopping point. We got our first Pokemon Chimchar, and yeah, nicknaming. Let's talk about that a little bit too. So yeah, normally I'm not very confident when it comes to nicknames. I normally like to let other people decide for me. It's also a way to like engage with the audience a little bit as well, and also make my run stand out a little bit as well. But anyway, but for Chimchar though, because of one of the origins of its like design, especially a Fernape, I want to be the one nicknaming it. So yeah, I think it should be pretty obvious what it's going to be named after, so look forward to that in the next one, because that's when we're going to be able to do it. So yeah. For the rest of my Pokemon though, I would like to hear some nicknames, so yeah. I'll be the one naming Chimchar, but for the rest, that's up to you, so yeah. Of course, so we need to find out what our next team members are, so yeah. But anyway, next time on Pokemon Platinum, we're going to be going to Sandgem Town, and we're going to be seeing the Professor and thank him for the Chimchar, because yeah, it won its first battle. It's doing a good job already. So yeah, look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for Dungeon.